I'm so honored to have you on today. It's a lot of fun. I mean, listen, I know you have a lot going on, so I'm going to be as brief as I can. I'm going to compact as much as I can because sometimes I can get a little bit long-winded, right? And
could
sometimes
you?
I get sometimes.
I don't know who told you that.
Hey,
Hey, you know what's crazy? I thought I was long-winded, and then I met you. All right, and then you were like, "No, let me show you. Let me show you what long-winded really is." And I was like, "You know what? I'm quiet."
hey, you did something this past week. I want to talk a little bit about that. That was really, really
Yeah.
intriguing and interesting and unique for someone like you to do. You kind of invaded.
Invaded? I invaded?
Is that? Let me see if that's the right word. Invaded.
That's not. That is not the right word, man.
That isn't.
That is not the right word. Invaded. That's what you
What?
do to countries, man. I, that's what you do when you. I took part. I took part in uh your your thing. I don't know
Is
about
that?
invaded.
Is that? Is
I
that?
participated.
Right, you participated. You participated
Participate.
in the event. That is exactly what I'm gonna. Before we get started, really started, I want to ask you. Now, you came in under an assumed name, Justin Lawson.
That's my brother.
Why am I seeing Justin Lawson on the screen? Hey, 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 hey! You still have his phone? Hey, hey, hey! Real talk. Do you know who you are, man?
I know who I am. I was doing this to troll you. I came in as Justin Lawson. I'm just trying to be consistent, but I'm preacher, man. My brother's name is Justin, and the reason I go is preacher Lawson because I wasn't trying to have you see me sign up and be like, oh, let's make a name off his name, or kind of thing, and set me up with someone that's like in your dungeon, and then so that's the only reason I'm not trying to get set up. I want to be treated like how everyone else is treated. It was my first fight, so I was like, I'm gonna go in there. It's my first fight. I'm gonna go under another name and then do my first fight, and I did it. And then after I won, because if I got whooped, I was still gonna be Justin Lawson. But after I won, I was like, surprise, I'm preaching. Like,
You
so
know what's so funny about that is I'm glad you did that. I'm glad you did
yeah,
it. Because before I almost disqualified you,
yeah, but
hey,
that wasn't fair. All right, that was
I
not.
didn't. I didn't do it. I'm just saying that I treated you just like anybody else, right?
Yeah, yeah,
And that's the
yeah.
bottom. And that's the way I am. Even if I don't care
That's
if
what I wanted, though.
right, exactly. And so I'm glad you came under an assumed name. I don't want people doing that. Obviously, we need people to, to put the right things out there, put the right
Yeah,
information
yeah,
out there
yeah.
and stuff like that, right? That's important. But that in that case, I'm okay with it because I want people to know that I treat people the same. It doesn't matter. But listen, there is something about, and you are a celebrity now. Let's call it what it is, man. You got over 400 and some thousand. I could be low. Followers on what, Instagram or something like that? A lot.
Got a million on TikTok, 1.3 million.
See? You see? And that's what I'm saying. So you are definitely a celebrity, right? I want to ask you a little about what do you think it is about, there's this big thing, a big debate going on about like the what I call the Jake Paul syndrome, where people like that who are fighting now and making like $500,000 a fight, and really they only had a few fights. What are your thoughts about that? Because a lot of real like hardcore fighters are upset about that. Here you are today. You did the video, and it's got like 80 some thousand views on you sparring in our tournament. I'm happy for it. Hey, I'm glad you did it. But do you have any thoughts about the people who maybe are not getting those type of opportunities and that type of exposure?
Hey man, well I think what Jake Paul is doing is fine. I mean, I think he has a very smart team behind him,
Yeah,
and he's picking the right fights. I mean, he's definitely picking people he can clearly beat. He's not picking anyone at his level. He's not really challenging himself.
right.
But I think what he's doing is right. People are mad because they're just kind of jealous. You know what I mean? Like he took his platform and then he went to something else. And then he's it's not only jealousy. He's kind of a jerk. He's just kind of trashing all these people, and people want to get at him, but they can't. You know,
Right.
people want to fight this dude. So it's like I think I think he should keep doing what he's doing because it's obviously working. It's a smart move, but also like don't get sucked into that. I mean, I don't know how I'd watch another fight of him. You know what I mean? Because he's fought a basketball player that has never sparred a day in his life, right? That's like that never sparred. I mean, even the guy I sparred with in that competition, that was his first fight, right? His first fight, but he sparred before that. And this Nate Robinson didn't spar at all. Then he fought literally the worst hands in mixed martial arts. Didn't ask him. So it's like, I mean, he's not really fighting people that's giving him a challenge. So it's like, if you get sucked into that, that's really your fault. But I mean, I think he should keep doing what he's doing, keep making money.
Yeah, I hear you. So you know that if things were get a little bit more serious with you, you'll probably be in the same situation, right? Where
I think I'll be in a different situation. I want to do it the traditional way. I'm not doing this. I'm only doing it for a couple of years, but I'm not doing it for he's literally doing it for money. Like, he's not doing it for competition. I like the competition.
All right.
You know what I mean? He doesn't care about the competition. He cares about the money. And I make money anyway, and eventually I'll make money. But I really it's to prove to myself. Like, I went in there and I didn't have a cornerman. I didn't have someone to give me water. I didn't have a coach with me. Every weekend I'm on the road and I just happen to be free on that day. And then I was like, oh, I'm free on the day, so I just drove up and I just did it to prove to myself. It wasn't like I was trying to make a huge spectacle. I went under a different name. I didn't want, you know what I mean? I went under a different name. He's going under his name. He's trying to make money. He's not going for competition. I want to do well in competition. That's why. So I think it's a huge difference.
Right. Well, I think Simone, she's on and she's saying something to that effect as well. Something to the fact that she feels like he's making boxing like wrestling, like UFC or something like that, So what?
Yeah.
But he's making money.
Yeah, he's making money, but I mean, real boxing fans ain't paying attention to him. You know what I mean? Like, they think he's annoying and they want him to get knocked out because he's talking a lot. But if you're a real boxing fan, you're not paying attention to him. Like, you're really not. It's really in his own lane. That's celebrity boxing, which we're not. It's not like celebrity boxing is a new thing. It's just a new thing. It just kind of blew up now. It blew up again. But they had Butterbean before. He wasn't a real boxer. They had plenty of. They had at one point Mike Tyson trying to fight that. What's that big dude? The big black dude.
The football player.
Yeah, he was like, you had celebrity boxing before, so that's all that is, man. He ain't gonna box. People are calling for Jake Paul to box. He ain't gonna do that. He ain't stupid. He has a smart team. They're not boxing any boxers. They're boxing other people. They're making money. That's all they're doing is making money.
So let me go here with you on this then. So how I know look, you're top of the line comedian right now. You're the hottest guy in the country. But how serious are you about competing at another level at some point?
I'm serious, man.
Are you
serious? Oh, I'm serious. I'm serious. I want to do it, man. I love the sport, man. I love mixed martial arts. I'm very serious. I told you on the phone. I said if I didn't do that well, then I wouldn't continue to do it because I think I can do it. So if I fought the guy and it was close, I wouldn't have done it anymore because I was like, I'm wasting my time. So. I just
you wouldn't really be wasting your time. It'll just make you challenge yourself.
In my head, I should have done. In my head, I should have done well, right? And so I feel like and it is anyone that steps in the ring, man, they got my respect because that was scary. I know I was looking calm. I was looking calm, but I was like, right? This is what I was doing on the outside, but on the inside, I was like, oh my God. That's what I was doing on the inside. But on the outside, I was slipping punches, but it was scary, bro. So it was, and to be honest with you, I wasn't scared. Really, I wasn't anxious all the way up until we touched gloves, and then my body was like, "What you doing, bro?"
Right.
It was like, "What are you doing? What are you doing, here, bro? You're a jokes. These are punches, you know. So I just.
Well, preacher, what is more intimidating? Standing in front of an audience that might heckle you, or somebody who's gonna punch you in the face?
I don't know, man. I feel like I don't know what to compare it to, because like the first time I went on stage, I was more scared than what the first time I did my fight.
Okay.
Right?
Okay.
So I mean, the number one fear is talking in front of people, and then next is death. So it's pretty scary to go in front of a crowd for the first time. So I mean, I would have to do it again at some point. But I want to do an actual amateur match. You know, that point fight I think that point fight is great. You know, and especially when you know, for your first time, and you know, it's safer, and it's just more. You kind of get those jitters out the way, because honestly, after I did that, I went back to my gym and I sparred, and I just wasn't like afraid at all. Like I wasn't like afraid. I got that out, and I was like, well, there's no way they're gonna attack me the way the dude in the video. I was like, there's no way.
Right.
He was running after me, bro.
No, he was crazy. He was going after, buddy.
Right.
And listen, but here's the thing. So the PKB, the Point Muay Thai Kickboxing, you heard my rules meeting. And the things that we do, you know, that used to not exist. It used to be where someone like you would not have had an opportunity to participate in semi-contact Muay Thai kickboxing. You'd have had to go right into the ring or the cage. What are your thoughts about how this helped you, as you just said, develop your nerves and maybe your confidence even in a PKB type tournament like that?
I think it was, well, first off, I just think it's if you're hesitant on like maybe doing a match, I think that's the perfect match to do, right? Yeah. I would have done an amateur match immediately, but I'm not mad I did yours first, because it's like I imagine it's a similar feeling, because I mean, even though he didn't like really hit me super clean, he got some good leg kicks.
Yeah, I saw that.
Yeah, he got some good leg kicks, but you know, it's still real. It's very real. It's not like it's like pitter patter. It's not it's like 80%. Almost. Right. He was going 100, but he was going 100. But it's like, you know, but it's really, I think it's. Yeah, you tried to calm. He did not calm down. He did not calm down. When we came out for the second time, I was like, all right, cool. He's gonna be calm. Wow. I was like, what? Yeah. So no, but it was. I thought that was best case scenario for me. Right. You know what I mean? Best case scenario is I went against somebody that fought like that. I was in the moment. I was like, this dude is like crazy. But afterwards, I was like, man, thank God, because I figured out how to do that. I figured out how to deal with it on the fly. Like I figured out, okay, you know, let me do it. Because I was like, I was backing up a lot because I was trying to get my thoughts together. But I was trying to be calm. I was like, be calm. And I was backing up. I was like, okay, let me do this. Let me let him run into this. Let me set him up with this. You know, so.
Hey, but preacher, I got a question in the sense of, you know, you look pretty good. Now, your kicks, I only saw a few kicks. But your movement, you know, your footwork and stuff, you even did that, like, you can't touch this thing. That was awesome. That was awesome. I wish I'd have pulled it right now. Right. Well, so that was hilarious. But your timing and your foot was pretty good. You really do look like you have potential to be, so if you get serious about it, to actually go somewhere. I'm going to ask you one more time because you don't know who you're talking to, apparently. Right? I'm a promoter, buddy. Do you really want to fight in the ring?
Oh, yeah. I'm absolutely.
And let me ask you. I'm going to ask you a bigger question. Is it okay with your mom if you fight in the ring?
Hey, my mom about to fight somebody.
Okay.
My mom about to fight somebody.
Hey, look. Hey.
My mom got hands.
I believe it. And listen here. So in October, I think you're going to be back over this way.
October? Where am I going to be at?
I think I saw in your calendar that you're going to be somewhere in the Carolinas.
Okay.
Listen, October 8th through the 10th, we have one of the largest Muay Thai kickboxing tournaments in the country. It's called the East Coast Classic. It's in Myrtle Beach. It's at the Landmark Resort. It is full contact, right? It is, and it's, we have different levels. We have novice, we have intermediate, and then we have advanced. You will be still in the novice. I'm just giving you an open invitation, right? If you wanna try your hands at full contact, it's a really safe event. But now you got to come ready. It ain't the PKB, right? I'm just saying, you can go on my website, akpromotions.org. Go there, you'll see it, and you can think about that. We can talk about that a little bit later, but I just wanted to see if you were really serious about fighting. That we have a lot of opportunities for you, and I think that again, you do definitely have some skills and everything. Let's go a little bit about. I know because you're running out of time. I want to ask you a little bit about your comedy and stuff. How has it been out there in the COVID era? And trying to work and the fact of people trying to keep people safe.
It's like it's a little weird, that's why we're doing these ballparks, it's a little bit social distance,
Yeah.
obviously it's not sold out, so it's like it's great, I mean, they honestly I thought it was gonna be weird, doing shows at ballparks because it's not like it doesn't have low ceilings, it's not as compact, but it's been amazing. They laugh so hard, people are ready to get out the house, they're like tired of being stuck in the house, so I mean they're laughing, man. We're showing a lot of love, and it's just like, it's great. You know what I mean? It really is. I'm just glad to be back on the road, to be honest.
Yeah. What did comedy find you, or did you find comedy?
Man, I think everybody likes to laugh, right? I think everybody likes to laugh, and when you make people laugh, I mean, because you got a couple comments on my video where they were like, they were like, that one dude, man, don't punch with your face or something like that.
Oh,
in the video.
Oh, they were talking about me.
So it's like when you make someone laugh, it's just a really good feeling. And so I literally just went and did stand up because I wanted to be on a sitcom because I'm a huge fan of sitcoms. And then when I did stand up, I was like, oh, I don't want to be on a sitcom. I want to do stand up. And I just fell in love with it, man. So I mean, I think it was a mutual agreement between me and laughter.
Right. Well, you're actually very funny too. You're not just everybody can't do it. You're very funny and you're clean cut and all that. And I'm sure your mom has a lot to do with that. I like that. Not that you don't use any da da da. I'm just saying that overall you're clean cut. But I want to kind of.
Coming to my show in Durham, North Carolina. Are you coming to my show in Durham, North Carolina?
What day is it?
It's on Sunday.
Sunday. I might. Let me tell you something. Let me tell you something that you and I have in common. I am on the road.
Black.
Well, we're going to talk about that. But listen, no, I am actually on the road almost every single weekend.
After him.
You said what?
I said I'm on the road almost every single weekend, just like you.
Oh, yeah.
And it's hard. So it's hard. But I wanted to see when were you going to be in Hickory?
I'm in Hickory right now. Oh, wait.
Tonight.
Oh, tonight. Tonight I'm in Hickory right now.
Oh, so I'm on my way to Charleston in just a few hours, right? But that's okay.
Charleston?
Yeah, I'm heading to Charleston tonight. But listen, I know there's a lot of people who actually will eventually look at this thing, and you never know, they might be popping up. But I want anybody who shows up to call my name to let them know. Listen,
do you know a place I can train out here?
Huh?
Do you know a gym I can train at?
Yes, I do.
Oh, please hook me up.
I do. I will tell you right now on the air. There's a gym. Just look it up. Lake Hickory Muay Thai.
Okay.
He's a good friend of mine. He's one of my promoters. He has a new gym over there. And if you want me to, I give him a call and let him know
That'd
that
be
when do you want to work out?
I mean today sometime.
Okay, right. I'll give him a call as soon as we hang up and let him know that you want to come over there. And I got it. Don't worry. I got you. No worries.
Brother.
As long as they're there. As long as they're there.
Yeah.
Yeah, there shouldn't be a problem. They got some nice bags and stuff like that over there as well. One of the things too that about comedy is about timing and flow, right? What is it about that you seem to have that down? It's like you just click, right? I mean, do you practice that?
Oh, absolutely. But my practice is open mics. So you go to open mics, hey, you might think a joke is funny, and then you go on stage and then you tell it, and then people don't laugh, you know. But it's a lot of times it's not funny. It's not that the joke isn't funny. It's you didn't convey the joke uh, to 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 the audience well enough. You know what I mean? Cause so it's a lot. You know, so you got to figure out a way. Okay, I got to take this out, put this in there, so the audience can kind of get it. Because a lot of times, if you look at jokes, they're really just the audience going, "Oh, I do that as well." You know what I mean? Or I get that. Or that's a nice analogy. That's all that is. So, yeah, it's just. I mean, it just takes time. I've been doing comedy 12 years, and I've been training, Muay Thai about a year and a half. So it's like so it's like this. You can tell the difference.
You do a lot of movement. You do a lot of movement and stuff in your comedy. A lot of activity.
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
Does that have a lot to do with your training?
Oh no, I've been hyper since I was a kid. I just took that hyperness and I put it into my training, Right. But but
we call it ADD.
Yeah.
All right. Well, I was gonna ask Mom. Hey, can I talk to your mom for a second?
You sure can.
Mom,
yes.
How are you?
I'm good. How about yourself?
Listen, how proud are you of that guy?
I'm really proud of him. I'm very proud of him.
Right. When I think I heard somewhere along the line that you were a single parent.
Yes.
Right. And
I have 4 kids.
You have 4 kids. When you think about the fear of raising kids and how they might come out, right? Has that fear kind of been healed a little bit when you watch his accomplishments today?
No, I'm still traumatized.
Get out of here.
Why are you still traumatized? I'm curious.
She's not traumatized.
It's a joke.
She's not traumatized. She's just being silly. She thinks she's funny.
Well, I want to ask a more serious question then. With the George Floyd case that just happened, and even though he's very successful, preacher's very successful, very famous, and everything, and well known, he will be treated just like another black man in this country if he was pulled over. Are you fearful of those things about his travel and the places that he goes down?
Yeah, I have 3 sons, and I'm always concerned because regardless of your status in America, if you're a black man in America, you're going to get treated the same as any other black man. They don't care about your status.
Right. Very, very, very
So
true.
I'm always concerned about my sons.
Right. I think that's a serious fear that a lot of people don't understand, but it's real. It's very real.
Yeah, it's real. Unless you've lived it, you're not going to understand it.
You don't understand.
And I've lived it all my life, so.
All your life. Do you live in on the East Coast somewhere?
No.
Oh, you don't? Okay.
My home is still in Los Angeles.
Oh, okay. Well, it's really, really nice to meet you and everything.
You too.
We'll see you around. Hey, preacher.
Okay.
What's up, brother?
Preacher. Okay, I know you got to run here in a second, but listen. So first of all, she called you a preacher, right? She called you preacher. I'm sure there's some church stuff behind that of why she named you preacher. Okay, but that's not the question. So I want you to explain to me, like a Baptist minister, a Baptist preacher would, about the power of laughter.
Hey, I can't do that.
Come on, man.
That's blasphemous. No, I can't do that. I'm not a preacher. I'm just preaching.
We were never members of a Baptist church. We were not. It was always non-denominational.
Non-denominational.
Oh, okay. All right. Well, see, I did find the limits then. I did, but he wouldn't go there with me. But that's absolutely fine. As we begin to wind down, right? What are some of the goals and aspirations that you have overall? Or is stand up the be all for you? Is that it?
I mean, I want to be in the UFC, so that's one of my goals. I want to be. I just want to keep doing stand up. I want to come out with a couple more specials, But my main goal is just to be happy, so I don't really care what
All right.
a lot of a lot of my goals. Most goals don't come true, but well, it depends on how you work. But I mean, I just want to be happy at the end of the day, So,
Right.
and I
When
think like
you have an invitation, right there on the page. Some of my people that are watching. When are you're going to be in Durham on Sunday?
Yeah, I'll be on Durham on Sunday.
They're inviting you to go back to that gym where we had the tournament to go and train.
Oh, I'll be there. Absolutely.
Right. So I will send you Anthony's information, okay? So you can go there and train on Sunday, and then today. Listen, almost any city or state that you go in, to be honest with you, give me a call. I know people.
I couldn't find any the last couple. I couldn't find any. And where were we at? We were in
High Point.
High Point. I couldn't find anything.
Call me.
It was in. Yeah, there was a. Yeah, I'll hit you up. I'll just hit you up.
Yeah, hit me up. When it comes to the Muay Thai kickboxing community, I mean, I kind of know where things are. What would be your advice to someone out there pursuing their dreams and their goals or whatever? What would be your best advice to them?
I mean, my best advice would be not to chase your dreams, lead them, right? You know how corny that sounds, but like you can just.
Wait a minute. Say that again. That's one of those Oprah aha moments.
Yeah. Well, my advice would be not to chase your dreams and lead them. So you should go forward, and if you have an idea, you should take the idea and run with it. Like it's always impossible until someone does it. So it's like you'll be fine, man. I always wanted to be a comedian, and it's like there's no like secret recipe. Everybody wants like the fast way to lose weight when you already know how to lose weight. You got to diet and you got to work out. You know how to be successful. It's just hard work. Hard. So you gotta find out, look at all the people that did it, and just go and take that blueprint, and then you'll be fine. So
right.
Everybody, I remember doing stand up, and I was opening up from some guy that was on Last Comic Stand in Sarasota, Florida, and I remember he said the bus stops for everybody. It's like, are you ready? So everybody gets their chance. Like, are you ready to get on? So I think that like my big pop for me was 8 years in. When I got on America's Got Talent, but that wasn't the first time I did for America's Got Talent. That was just the first time I got on. So so I just happened to be ready, and I did really well, and it just helped me out. And so that's my advice to people, like just work hard, get some sleep though, sleep, work hard. Sleep is very important.
Now think about when luck and preparation meet. You ever heard that say? They say. Yeah. So really the key word is about preparation, and I think you made that very, very clear. Work.
Yes, absolutely.
Brother.
Absolutely.
Man, this has been awesome. I'm so glad you took a moment. I know you're on the road, and I know you stopped just to, chat with me. First of all, again, thank you for honoring the tournament. I hope you'll come back in and do it again sometime. We'd love to have you. And we do them across the country. So the states are starting to open back up. So anywhere you see PKB, right, you'll know I got something to do with it. I might not be at all of them. We have Missouri coming up, but that's a big one in Missouri. We got California opening back up in June. A ton up and down the West Coast over there, right? So look, come on out, keep sharpening those skills though, because people gonna be coming after you, Lawson. Preacher.
I know.
All right, brother. Thanks so much for being on today. Hey, Mom, thanks so much for coming on too.
Thank you.
Thanks so much for having me, brother.
All right, brother. We'll talk soon. Talk to you soon. All right, bye-bye.
Talk soon.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, you saw it there yourself, Mr. Preacher Lawson there. He has a lot of shows coming up in the area with calendars right there on the bottom of the screen and also up on the top of the screen. They're very, very, very talented young man there doing some great things. And the fact, obviously, he caught my attention because he's into kickboxing. He wants to fight. He wants to actually do it. And I love some of the things that he said, the way he respects the sport. He's not trying to just come out here and just, just make money, because obviously there's not a lot of money in it right now. He wants to actually compete and be a part of it and all that. And I like that. And I think that is showing a lot of respect for the sport. And it shows that the discipline and the hard work that he's putting into that, hey, one day it might take him somewhere. Obviously, his number one job is being a great comedian. But beyond that, if he wants to compete in these tournaments and go to the next level, there are opportunities for him out there. And I would be more than happy to put him on any show that I'm a part of. Because, again, I think he's very talented, and I think he could do a great job. Just to remind everyone, on tomorrow, we will be in Charleston, South Carolina for an IKF Point Muay Thai sparring tournament with Mr. Jeff Grady. There should be a really, really exciting event there. Jeff Grady, there at Charleston Muay Thai, always has a great turnout. A lot of good people coming there as well, to compete. Men, women, and juniors will be there competing for great awards. COVID-19 protocols, of course, are in full effect. So come out tomorrow in Charleston, South Carolina. Advanced registration will end tonight at 9:00 p.m. And then tomorrow you can register at the door starting at 10 a.m. in the morning. It's going to be a great time and a lot of fun. All right, guys, that's all I have for you today. I just want to thank once again our guest, Mr. Preacher Lawson, for coming on today and sharing some of his wisdom and laughter. I think everybody needs a laugh. There's certainly no doubt about that. I want you to always respect each other. Continue to wear those masks. And like me, hey, get that vaccination too. Fort March, this is Johnny Davis Live, and I'm checking out. Talk to you soon. Bye-bye.